So, hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about slow learners. So, what is slow learners? So, according to Griffin 1978, slow learners are students who learn slowly than their peers, yet do not have a disability requiring special education. So, slow learners, sila po yung mga batang mabagal matuto or hindi agad natututunan yung isang bagay. Kumbaga, yung ibang students is gets kaagad nila, pero ikaw na slow learners is naglo-loading pa siya sa utak mo kung paano nangyari yon. Kung paano naging ganun yung sagot. For example, sa math, ayan, nagpa-process pa sa utak nila. So, there are characteristics of slow learners. So, we have number one, master skills slowly. Some skills may not be mastered at all. So, hindi agad nila namamaster yung isang bagay. Ano po? And number two, works on all tasks slowly. So, ayan, mabagal din sila gumawa. And then, has a poor self-image. And scores consistently low on achievement. Ayan, so lagi silang nakakakuha ng mga mababang scores. And functions at ability but significantly below grade level. And is prone to immature interpersonal relationships and has difficulty following multi-steps directions. Ayan, hirap din sila dyan. And lives in the present and does not have long-range goals. And has a few internal strategies. Ayan, so meron din silang mga few internal strategies like ayan, mga organizational skills, difficulty transferring, and generalizing information. So, meron din tayo ditong characteristics of slow learners in mathematics. Ayan, IQ below 90, has a little drive, has a short span of attention, has weak association memory, and is a poor reader. Of course, has a difficulty with abstractions. Ayan, hirap din sila doon. And is not logically in thinking, lacks imagination, and is unable to detect his own errors. Ayan, so hindi agad nila makita or matukoy yung sarili nila ng pagkakamali, and lalo na kapag nagsisolve na sila. And of course, has a little power to transfer training, and it is not creative in his thinking. Okay, next. So, causes for slow learners. Number one is intelligence level of family members. Okay, sabi dito, if the parents are not intelligent enough, they may not be able to take positive steps towards the education of the child. Ayan, so kung yung mga parents ng bata is hindi masyadong, matalino or walang sapat na knowledge dun sa subject na yon, so maaaring hindi sila makagawa ng mga positive steps towards sa education ng bata. Kasi 'di ba, ano yung may tuturo mo dun sa anak mo kung pati ikaw is hindi mo alam kung paano yon? Okay? Parang ganon. And yeah, next. So, economic condition. The family which is economically fit can provide better opportunities for their children than poor family. Ayan. So, syempre, 'di ba, yung may kayang pamilya, mabibigyan nila ng magandang education yung mga anak nila. So, mga magagandang opportunities kasi, 'di ba, may kaya sila. Kaya, kayang-kaya nilang i-provide yun. So, paano naman yung mahihirap, 'di ba? Kaya isa din siya sa mga nagko-cause ng slow learners. Okay, next. We have condition of school. Ayan, so ineffective method of teaching, improper curriculum, lack of qualified teachers. Ayan, so nagiging slow learners din yung mga bata kapag hindi effective yung method of teaching na ginagawa ng isang teachers. Tapos, hindi pa proper yung curriculum na itinuturo mo sa kanila. And of course, yung mga kakulangan pa sa mga qualified teachers sa isang school. And next, meron din tayong emotional factors and personal factors. So, sa emotional factors, we have broken homes, ayan, tensions, ayan yung pressure na nafe-feel natin sa bahay man or sa schools, and conflicts. And sa personal factors, meron tayong long illness, lack self-confidence, and absence from school. Ayan, syempre, pag matagal ka ng absence sa school, syempre, malilate ka, diba? So, lahat ng yan is nagkukos for slow learners. Next, ayan, slow learners. According to Lescano 1995, it is important to distinguish between slow learners and those who are learning disabled. Ayan, kasi nga 'di ba, baka malay mo hindi lang, kunwari hindi lang maintindihan agad nung bata tapos sasabihin mo may problema na yung bata like may ADHD na siya or may dyslexia na siya, gano'n. Pero hindi mo alam na slow learner lang pala talaga siya. So importante talaga na malaman natin kung ano yung difference nila. So 'wag muna tayong magdedesisyon agad. Ayan. Okay, next. Ayan. So, slow learners and learning disabled. Kapag slow learners are those who do not learn successfully due to general socio-cultural problems, frustrating past classroom experiences, inadequate use of strategies, or lack of interest. So, ayan. Ito na yung mga taong hindi nga agad sila natututo, so kailangan mo din dito ng mahabang pasensya para turuan sila. While yung learning disabled naman is students are formally diagnosed as learning disabled by specialists in child psychology. So, ayan, madali lang naman sila i-identify. So, sa learning disabled, ito yung mga students na nadadiagnose as learning disabled na mga professional na doctor, experts, or mga specialists. So, ito na nga yung may mga ADHD, dyslexia, autism, etc. And dito, sa slow learner, hindi ito dinadiagnose. So, it is a term lang sa mga tao na nagde-describe sa kanila kapag mababa yung level ng knowledge nila kumpara sa ibang tao. So, parang ganon. Like, example, madali lang naman talaga yung lesson pero dahil slow learner ka, hindi mo siya magets or nagpo-process pa siya sa utak mo. Okay, next. How to identify slow learners? Ayan. So, according to Jennings and Upshur, 1996 to 1997 notes, observation is basic to assessing human skills and behavior. So, malinaw na ang una nating gagawin is to observe our students, their behavior, and their performance. Next, IQ tests, scores on tests. Ayan, dito mo rin makikita kung fast or slow learner ba yung student mo. And of course, grades and teachers rating. Okay, next. Ayan, so since na-identify na natin yung mga students natin na slow learners, so ngayon, how can we deal with slow learners? Okay, first, we have to look for the students' problem areas and focus on them with extra tutorial help. Ayan, so alamin natin yung mga problema nila, syempre, kung saan sila nahihirapan, and doon tayo mag-focus and magbigay ng extra tutorial help. And next, give daily evaluation. So, maganda rin gawin to para makita mo kung may natutunan ba sila sa mga past lessons mo. And next, reduce distractions as much as possible. So, ilayo po muna natin sila sa kanilang mga gadgets or kung saan man sila nadidistract ng mga bagay, lalo na kapag oras ng pag-aaral nila. So, para makapag-focus din sila. And shorten or simplify the tasks and activities. Use simple vocabulary in instructions and directions. Ayan, so simplihan lang natin yung mga activities or tasks na ibibigay natin sa kanila. And gumamit din po tayo ng mga simple vocabulary pagdating sa mga instructions and directions para hindi po sila malito or maguluhan. So, syempre, slow learners need repetition. Ayan, so as a teacher, dapat willing ka ulitin yung lessons mo lalo na kapag hindi nila maintindihan. And sa pamamagitan nito, they can remember the first and last word, so repetition helps them establish the middle information. Next, emphasize strengths. Use lots of praise and reinforcement frequently. So, ayan. So, yung strengths nila, kailangan natin i-boost palalo and magsabi din tayo ng mga praises sa kanila, like purihin natin sila sa mga big or small man na nagawa nila para ma-motivate pa sila lalo. And be concrete as possible. Ayan, use pictures to present some words because pictures help solidify the important points. Ayan, mas tumatata kasi sa kanila kapag more on pictures yung mga nakikita nila, diba? And add variety to academic routine. Do active things and use educational games like puzzles, word hunt, and etc. Make learning fun and comfortable. Your positive attitude is important. Ayan. So, itong mga educational games na to, pwede rin natin siyang gawin before we start our lesson. So, sa motivational part to, diba? And sa pamamagitan nito, may encourage sila mag-participate, mag-e-enjoy pa sila, and ang pinaka-importante sa lahat is may matututunan pa sila po dito. And next, Use eye-catching materials such as colored chalks and colored papers. Ayan. So, importante rin to lalo na kapag alam yung tuturuan mo. Kasi, di ba, gusto kasi nila yung catchy sa mata nila, yung makukuha mo agad yung attention nila. Like, pag tutuunan talaga nila yun ng pansin. Next, ask what was the best part of his or day and ask questions about the TV shows he or she watches. Ayan. So, maganda rin po itong gawin bago tayo magturo, no? Siyempre, magkakamustahan muna kayo like, how's your day, class? Ayan. Nag-enjoy ba kayo sa inyong weekends? Ayan. Ano ginawa nyo? Nagsimba ba kayo with your family? Ayan. Yung mga ganyang bagay. Kasi ang pangit naman
Kasi,
agad,
diba?
Kung pagpasok mo pa lang.
Ang pangit naman agad kung pagpasok mo pa lang is bubungan na sa'yo agad yung sasabihin mo na, okay, good morning, class. Open your book and turn to page 10, diba? So, ayan, kamustahin muna natin
so,
yung
bago
mga students
mag-start
natin.
ng lesson, kamustahan muna kayo po. And next, talk about what he or she has heard, done, and plans to do, and communicate with your students. Ayan. So, parang katulad lang din ito nung una po. Ayan, usap-usap kayo, and maganda talaga yung may communication kayo ng students mo. So, encourage mo din sila na mag-usap-usap with their classmates din kung ano yung i-interesan nila sa isa't isa at sa iba't ibang bagay. Nabubulol ako, oh my gosh. And next, shorter memory is commonly limited to 5 to 9 items. Ayan, so for slow learners, 5 items is most likely too much information, confuses the slow learners. Ayan. And let parents know you need help with their children. Ayan, syempre, dapat aware din yung parents ng bata. Dapat alam din nila yung condition ng anak nila para matulungan ka nila and matulungan mo din sila. And next, meron din tayong strategies for educating slow learners. Ayan. So, each student's strengths and weaknesses need to identified. Ayan, so dapat alam natin yan. And teachers can design creative activities that improves memory, attention, problem-solving, skills, language development. So, dapat very creative tayo sa ating mga gagawing learning materials. Ayan, very catchy and yung agaw pansin sa attention nila. And longer assignment can be broken down into shorten. Next, slow learners can be asked to repeat directions to ensure understanding. Ayan, so pwede tayo magtanong sa mga student natin na slow learner na kung pwede ulitin yung mga directions or instruction para makasigurado tayo na naiintindihan talaga nila. And computers and other technology applications help the slow learners in academic areas. And last, teachers can use simple, concrete language when teaching and giving direction to the slow learners. Ayan. Katulad nga ng sabi ko kanina, diba? Simplehan lang natin para maintindihan agad nila. So, wag na tayo yung madaming paligoy-ligoy pa kasi lalo lang silang maguguluhan. Okay, next for the summary. So, these are just a handful of techniques that may help slow learners achieve academic success. What is important in the education of the slow learner is that the teachers evaluate and understand the individual needs for each student and use appropriate teaching strategies that will maximize the education outcomes of this population students. So, kailangan natin tulungan ng mga batang may slow learners para maintindihan and para mas maunawaan pa nila kung ano ba yung nais mong ituro sa kanila. So, magkaroon po tayo ng mahabang pasensya. Ayan, so hanggang dito na lamang po. Thank you po for listening and don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell button to notify you for my next video. Ayan, thank you for listening. Bye!